Eve's in the house, y'all. All right, then. We're going to ask you to silence that thing. Please. All right, already. Stop, for God's sakes. All right, so silence your cell phones, and then we're going to get into our opening song. Before we do that, a quick announcement, sensitive, but we can do this, and that is that we're for the greeting and the line going out. We're not going to do any handshaking today, just in the, protecting ourselves in this flu season, as we call it. So, all right, enough of my public service announcements. How about we stand up and sing? Are you ready? One big family we are. 1, 2, here we go, go!
All right, good morning, everybody. How are you? Let's go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Say hello to somebody around you. Hi. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Here we go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right.
Sweetie. Wow, good morning.
Good morning, beautiful people.
Is this not a gorgeous group? Inside
Gorgeous.
and out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to talk about us.
Oh, no. Well,
no.
that goes without saying.
Good morning, beautiful people. Do you
Thank
feel
you,
beautiful? Say, I feel beautiful. You can talk yourself right into it.
That's right.
Because I know
Fabulous.
somebody in here doesn't feel beautiful this morning. And that's all right. Because you can talk yourself right into it and allow the love of this service to love you right into it.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
All right.
You know that I'm sorry. The spiritual path, it's not all about just like, woohoo, joy, joy, joy all the time.
It's not?
No. Oh, is that fake it till you make it? Anyway.
I don't know. I think it is. I mean, yes, we have our rough spots, but we remember the good ones, too. We focus on those.
Trying to take away from my lesson right now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Heartbreak happens.
Heartbreak happens.
Oh, for God's sake, take it out.
Okay. Well, the end of the story is Annie and Laura Meek, stand up.
I'm sorry.
Stand up.
Oh.
So today at 12:30, they are doing their workshop. And, okay, they're doing their workshop and writing the end of your story. It never ends, does it? No. So anyway, join them. I guarantee you are going to have a fabulous time. They have an amazing story to begin with, and they're going to help you with your story. If what they've been through, it's a piece of cake for most people. So, so join them this afternoon.
Right on. And this Wednesday, World Peace Meditation. World peace begins with personal peace. So it says, it's promised when two or more are gathered in my name, in the name of the kingdom of God, that something happens. So get together with a group of people this Wednesday at 6:30.
to meditate on peace and bringing
It's
peace.
powerful, very powerful.
Peace is power.
Tell them about this new exciting thing that's happening.
So starting on March 18th, we have 6 ministerial students who are about to graduate in a couple of months. And give them some love, absolutely.
Why don't we have you guys stand up if you're here in the sanctuary? These are our new up-and-coming ministers that are coming up. So there's
Gail's back there.
We got 3 of them in here.
Four.
So four
Five.
of them. 5. So this is awesome. So we're so blessed.
Okay, now I'm scared. Is he going to yell again? March 18th. The first practitioner is shining. That's my dad. I'm sorry, Dad. No, I mean in my head. Anyway, here we go. March 18th is Cheryl Guest. She goes first. And then for 6 consecutive Wednesdays, you get to support. Oh, there's Cheryl. Yeah. You get to support our ministerial students. So come out Wednesday nights. It starts at 6:30. It'll probably go about an hour. But each one, they're developing in its entirety their own service. So come out and celebrate them and support them.
Picking their music and everything.
Yep. What about our beautiful space?
Oh, this is the sanctuary off of El Paseo.
That's right.
And so if you have a birthday quinceanera, an anniversary, you just want to have a celebration, this sanctuary is transformed into a beautiful, beautiful place. If you've been to our galas, you know the possibilities here. So if you're thinking about it, check with Elizabeth and for an event, and she can show you around and tell you what's available and what the costs are and everything. But what
versatile space. Let's see. Next Sunday is our congregational meeting, and our annual meeting. We come together, we talk about the business of the center, what's happening, where we've been, touch on our financials a little bit, talk about where we're going, and so we're all informed and walking in lockstep together. Yes, that's next Sunday at 12:30
right
p.m.
after this service. So.
And you'll be either early or late for it. I can never quite figure it out if you don't spring forward this coming Saturday night, okay? 6 days from now, spring forward. It's everybody's favorite day of the year, right? Yeah, we lose an hour.
Oh, but I love the light at night.
The drama.
Sorry. Oh, you're such a drama queen.
Okay, what about membership class?
Oh, so we have our membership class. So this is for anybody, whether you've been coming here 20 years or 20 days. Please join us. We'll give you the history of this center. We'll tell you what goes on behind the wall back there. It'll be a great opportunity for you to have any questions answered about what exactly is a practitioner, and what is it that our whole organization believes, what is it that we believe, what are your roles as a member, and also some possibilities to getting more involved. So it's a great opportunity, and we'll be doing sign-ups. We'll have a light lunch. It's only one day. It'll be about 3 hours that Sunday, and then the next Sunday we'll do a graduation, and you'll be part of that ceremony.
Love it.
And you get a name badge.
Stakeholders. Yay. Oh, you get a name badge. That's right. March babies? March birthdays in the
Please
house? Will you stand up? Who's born in March? Let's celebrate you. Can we celebrate you?
Celebrate. Come on. Yay.
God bless you.
Yeah. All
Happy
right.
birthday to you.
Woo.
In honor of you, we've got cupcakes and goodies and things. We have more sweets around this center. Okay, so anyway, come out to the patio.
Oh, come on. Okay, fine, whatever.
What is going on? I leave for 1 week. They want to do announcements for 25 minutes. What is this? Are you done?
Joy.
That's the end of that.
F you, Charles. No, remember from last week, forgiveness? I know everybody's like, oh, did he actually say that? How many of you were here last week? Did he do a great job? That's me watching the service. I was actually, you could take that down. No, William, that's, no, you can crop it, actually. Here.
Actually, do you want to know something? Let me tell you. See, now I get to go off now. I was 44 years old before I would ever take my shirt off in public because I was so ashamed of my body. You don't have to, oh. But it took me years to feel comfortable enough. And then to have that up there, I mean, it's like, so, you know, I've come a long way. Please. Take it down. I got a new remote. I can do that now. Anyway, so yeah, it took me a long time to finally like my body. And when I did, things started happening to my body that were really pleasant instead of, you know, surgeries and things like that. So, not cosmetic. I mean, like getting sick. If you don't like your body, I found myself getting sick. Anyway, long story short, I watched both services last week from the pool and I was a mess because I was crying. I mean, everybody's like, what is going on? Why is he at the pool crying? But I was so happy. I was so happy because Charles did an amazing job, and it was beautiful. I have to tell you, though, there was that moment when he did the F word thing and the FUs things, and I'm like, oh, for those people who weren't there, it's about forgiveness, forgive you, not the other thing. And I sat there, and Trey and I were both listening on our headsets, tried not to interrupt anybody else, and I about fell off of my chair. I'm like, oh my God, did I not leave any rules? Anyway, okay. So our soloist today, bring her out. Where's Eve? Eve Evans, can I bring Eve out? Eve was here the day I was installed as the assistant minister decades ago, and she was our guest artist that day. Eve sings all over the valley. She's an icon here in the Coachella Valley and beyond. And I think you're going to know why in just a few minutes. So let's welcome Eve Evans, everybody.
You inspire.
Well, it's almost too late. I didn't make it in time for leap year or Black History. So I'm going to take this opportunity to extend the opportunity to you non-Nubian folks that you can be Black for a few minutes. What? Oh, yeah, hi. Oh. Don't make me come out there. Well, you might be saved, might be reborn. You might own a car with the big loud horn. Or maybe it's just the news on your television. Or might be God trying to get your attention. Are you an engineer? Do you work on a farm? Or you Casanova, all full of charm? Might be a mouse living in your kitchen. Or it might be God trying to get your attention. Well, it might sound bad or it might sound good. It might be steel or it might be made of wood. Or maybe it's just news on your television. Or it might be God trying to get your attention. It might be in a church house, it might be on the street. Somehow or another, that soul has got to meet. Well, it might be in the city, might be in the town. One way or another, you're gonna find a higher ground. Well, you might be down, or you might be blind. Should put the message right in your mind. It might look like a plan or a coalition, or it might be God trying to get your attention. might be deaf, or you might be blind. You get the answer right on time. Might be news on your television, or it might be God trying to get your attention. Bring it down now. Listen to the birds. Listen to the trees. Listen to the river. Listen to the sea. Listen to the mountain. Listen to the land. Listen to the woman. Listen to the man. Listen to the rain. Listen to the wind. Listen to your mind and listen all over again. Listen to the birds. Listen to the trees. Listen to the river. Listen to the sea. Listen to the mountains. Listen to the land. Listen to the woman. Listen to the man. Listen to the rain. Listen to the wind. Listen to your mind. Then listen all over. You better listen. You better listen. You better listen. One more. You better listen. Ah.
Eve Evans, everybody. Our baby. Let's hear for these backup singers and our band as well, please, everybody. Thank you. You know, I love the way Charles led us into meditation last week, and so I'm going to let him continue doing that. I will do my sing. I'll be his backup singer. I'll do the singing, but he's going to lead us in because I thought it was brilliant, and it's a real change of pace, and I love that. So let's all do our mission statement together, and we'll move right into meditation. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Charles.
Let's take a deep breath. And another. For a few moments, as a spiritual family, let's enjoy the silence together. So grateful for this morning, for us gathered as a community exactly as we are. I'm grateful for the awareness that we share, that there is a divine substance everywhere present in its fullness. And that presence, that substance is right where we are right now. So I know as we enter into this sacred time of ritual that we throw our hearts open wide, ready and available to receive that sacred blessing sent just for you. That through the songs of Dr. Joe that we sing together, through the sacred prayer of our practitioner this morning, and through our collective intention, something awesome happens here today. We make it welcome and name it good.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way. Sing after me, please. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way. And your joy will light my way. And your peace will light my way. And your truth will light my way.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Everything has already come our way. Centers for Spiritual Living, Centers for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert, and love streamers near and far and in between. I invite us to make welcome the grace of knowing that the molds of yesterday and the importance of our mindset of yesterday fell away last night and opened us to the inheritance of the freedom of faith, of the high watch of hope, and the truth of Spirit's light. The presence of Spirit's light is at the heart of this center, the heart of this teaching, the heart of our souls, and the heart of our lives. Spirit's presence gets its power from the speaking of Spirit's word. Scripture states, in a time before time began, there was the Word and there was the light. And the word of Spirit as love, spoken into the spirit of law, created all of the wonders of the worlds of heaven and earth that Spirit came to see. And Spirit looked down on what it had created and looked within and looked above and looked around and knew the oneness of heaven and earth and claimed it as good and all good. As I am one with Spirit's presence, as I am one with Spirit's light, and as I am one with Spirit's word, I am free to recreate, to reimagine, and to reimage myself in each and every moment as the perfect me and the perfect life that I choose to be. I know this truth for each and every one here. Spirit is the gift of the power of the word of wellness and wholeness and health and creative expression. And in that one word, that word of love, all healing has already begun and is already done. For in the mind of Spirit, in the word of Spirit, in the light of Spirit, the presence of divine patterns of perfection are already here and now present. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for Spirit's presence and Spirit's word and the power of Spirit and the light of Spirit. And knowing that in this oneness, in this greatness, in this grandness, all is well all the time. I release the words of this prayer into law, knowing that it is already done. And I invite you to say with me, and so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God when I find myself. And we find God when we find ourselves. And you find God when you find yourself. So let's take a deep breath in. We're going to sing a song that we've been singing here, gosh, for at least 30 some years. And I changed it around just a little bit this morning to reflect how we used to sing it. So what I'd like you to do is just listen to the band and the backup singers the first time around. We made a couple changes, but I think you'll like them. Here we go. For just us the first time. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. Please join us. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. Last time through. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. And peace has come, 'cause we are one.
Open my eyes that I may see glimpses of truth thy hands for me. Place in my hands the wonderful key that shall unclasp and set me free. Silently now I wait for thee. Ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine. Open my ears that I may hear voices of truth thou sendest clear. And while the wave notes fall on my ear, everything false will disappear. Silently now I wait for thee. Ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine, open my mouth and let me bear gladly the warm truth everywhere. Open my heart and let me prepare love with thy children thus to share. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my heart, illumine me, Spirit divine. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my eyes, illumine me, Spirit, Spirit, Spirit divine.
All right, Eve Evans. Eve Evans, always. Is anyone else cold? I want to have a menopausal section for me, because I have personal summers, and I want to have people who cold. Anyway, going to be after my 10 years. So I have a new remote. I leave for 1 week. We get high tech. Today I want to talk about the Holy Reimagined. One interesting thing is I went off on, like I told you, when I'm off on vacation a couple weeks, and I didn't turn the TV on once. Not once. I didn't read the newspaper, not once. And what little exposure I had to social media, I just really kind of tried to gloss over it as much as I could. And then what I found out when I came back into my world yesterday is that this world is in a state of panic. It's true. And what happens is when we're in a state of panic, when we're operating out of pure fear, we're forgetting that God is existing right here, right now, in everything that is happening, all the things that are good and all the things that appear to not be good. We just get taken over by the fear. I mean, look at the business markets. It took on. They hooked on to the fear, and what happened? Right? The same thing that happened years ago when they took on to some fear, and they all grip on, and everything starts to slide, and everything starts to go like this, doesn't it? Yes. Because we're all forgetting one very simple thing, that God is in the midst of all things. Are you with me? Yes. Divine order and divine disorder. The key word is divine. Things may seem orderly or disorderly. And disorderly has always been the wrong arrangement of right, finding its way to being right. Are you with me? Yes. So this panic and this fear. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and be a doctor, and I'm not going to be the CDC. I'm going to take, I'm a religious scientist which believes I have health insurance because I think it's the prudent thing to do. I don't have it because I'm afraid to die. I have savings in an account, not because I'm saving for a rainy day, but because it's a prudent thing for me to do, and I feel good about it. Just because people are out there saying things, you just have to say, you know what? But I'm going to choose health, even though I'm going to take precautions. But I'm choosing the word health and not emphasizing the fear. Today, I want to talk about how we keep emphasizing the fear around so many things, and how literally it is driving this world crazy. And it's not even Super Tuesday yet. We're at the gate of crazy. Fear multiplies everything by zero, creating the illusion that something which is really nothing attempts to fool the masses into believing that it's really something. That's Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote that in the 1930s. How applicable is that today? We're taking something and we're creating all this fear around something, creating something even bigger than it has to be. Because why? Now we're going to start attracting it. Because it's on, first and foremost on our mind. Health isn't on your mind. Fear of a condition is on your mind. And we know whatever's on our mind, we're going to attract. We've got to make a shift here, folks, and it has to happen in this room first. Because it's not going to happen out there till it happens in here. That's why I think we're all here. We don't have to buy into that idea that nothingness is going to become our everything. Don't let one thing become your everything. Good or bad. When one thing becomes your everything, you're narrowly focused on just that one thing, and the rest of the world begins to align itself and conspire to whatever that one thing is in your life. And if you've chosen it to be a great thing, it conspires to lift you up. If you've chosen to be fearful about a condition or scarcity or lack or limitation, whatever that is, then the universe is going to line it up so you have it and have it abundantly. It is in the order and in the disorder of things. God is fully present at every moment. Most people don't fear death, they fear life. Think about it. I literally don't know why, I've always felt this way, probably since my second year of ministerial training. I don't fear death at all. I don't fear what's on the other side. Not that I want to get there any sooner, but I don't fear it. The thing I fear at times is what's happening to my life? What have I done? Oh my God, how am I going to fix this? My panic sets up on the decisions that have to do with life, not death. How wrong is that? How backward am I on that? Anybody else? It's only when the individual mind ceases combating itself that it will stop combating the outer conditions. Man, that the outer conditions are tumultuous. I was telling the first service, and I was explaining to Charles earlier that, I just am so happy that we have Charles, man. I'm just so happy. So happy. I am so happy. I mean, God, it was a hard moment. I sat there crying. You know what? It's a bittersweet thing. You think, oh my God, I can't be replaced, and now I can. And it's all good. It's all good. It's all great. But there's that moment where you go, I'm so happy, but I'm pissed. And it only took him 6 weeks. Jerk. But I was telling Charles that for the past few years of ministry, and I mean, if you think about it, we've walked through a lot of stuff together. Shootings upon shootings. And we've gone through illness, and we've walked through all this crazy stuff over the past few years. I remember just wishing we could have a week without chaos. So I could come here on a Sunday and just feel free to let go instead of trying to fix what's going on out there. Or at least fixing my mind around what's going on out there. Can't fix it, I can only fix myself. But it's been a challenge to be in ministry. And then you come home and the markets are crazy and the Corona thing, and I'm thinking, Corona is a beer. It's a beer. I'm not buying into that, I'm gonna have a beer. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm going to be careful, but I'm not going to make it my everything. I'm not going to run around in fear. I've ran around in fear growing up. I don't need to do that anymore. Analyze the mistakes. Eric sent me this. I don't know, Eric, if you love streaming. Analyze the mistakes. You've already paid the tuition. You might as well learn the lesson. So how about this week? You may have been in fear over what's going on outside and all that stuff, and you paid the tuition, now learn the lesson, and let's not be that way. Let's just be prudent, but not panicked. Let's be aware and just not freak out all the time. I mean, really, folks, come on. It was incredible to be away and distance myself from all of this stuff, and then to come back and to see the level of discord. It was like, wow. We don't have to participate in that. If you remember back in 2000, whatever it was, the recession, 2006, 7, 8, 12, I don't remember what it was. One of the ones, whatever, 8, somebody who knows, we remember that. I said at that point, this center, individuals may participate, but this center is not going to participate in the recession. That we will continue to be financially blessed and secure, and that people will be loving and supporting. And so when everything was happening out there, we had one of our strongest years. We didn't make a lot of money, but we were consistent and strong. It didn't waver. I'm going to ask you right now, do you want to participate in the chaos and illness, or do you want to just be consistent with your confidence and faith that there is God in everything and that everything is unfolding as it should? And I'm not being Pollyanna. Take precautions, but for God's sakes, don't become it. We're not talking about superstition, rather scientific truth. And just because we can't demonstrate it all the time doesn't mean it is any less true. It just means that our understanding of it is limited. We have a reptilian brain. Sometimes I can't demonstrate it right then and there. So it's win or lose. It's win or lose. If I'm not winning, I'm losing. Do you know what I'm saying? And I likened it to the lottery ticket. Not the one you wait till they pick the numbers, but win or lose, in my mentality is, I've loved scratchers. You know why? Because I know when I win or lose right on the spot. There's no waiting. But the universe isn't a scratcher. It's a process. It's a process. And it's not about superstition, it just means I'm not there yet. We'll get there. We're still here. After all the stuff, rewind, after all the stuff that you've been through in your life, and after the stuff I've been through as a minister at this pulpit, after all those chaotic things that we thought, oh my God, 9/11, I mean, blah, 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 and you're thinking, oh my God, but we're still here. So let's not jump into fear on anything. Whether it's a medical condition, a financial condition, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever, let's not jump into the fear category. The great balancing act. I want you to say the first line with me. Developing spiritual self-reliance requires that we align ourselves with infinite intelligence. Period. Stop. Who does it say we align ourselves with? Infinite intelligence. Is there a name to that? Is there another name? It's not the CDC. It's not a president or a congressman or anybody like that. It's not a world leader. What it is, it's focusing ourselves on infinite intelligence. If we focus on all the characters in this play, we will go crazy. Who is in charge? God is in charge. That doesn't mean you lay back and take a nap. It means you do. Goes on to say this, knowledge of this truth is necessary if we desire to develop an understanding that will cause us to be positive without aggressiveness. That will make us sure of ourselves without egotism. That will make us strong in action without becoming intolerant. That is my ode to Super Tuesday. Because as all this election stuff unfolds, because I can jump into the negativity of things, and I can jump into the I'm right and you're wrong. I can become more and more intolerant. But is that going to really move us in the direction of good? What's in charge, everybody? God is in charge of this. It's in the natural, the normal, and also the chaotic and the dysfunctional. It can't be, you can't separate it. People don't grow old through the years, they grow old by losing identities. We're constantly in a process of reimagining ourselves. Who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? What's my role now? We're always in a phase and function. I was contemplating that idea when I was off for the last couple of weeks, and I just kept thinking, I don't want to grow old because I'm changing what I do. But I definitely have to figure out a way to gracefully take that thing that I'm doing and set it aside for a new thing to come up. And people keep asking me, what's the new thing? And I keep saying, I don't know. And I realize that I'm going to be in a problem area here if I don't start visualizing what it is that's going to move up into first position as my other positions change. My daughter, she's flying planes. Doesn't need daddy to change a diaper anymore. And no longer needs my ATM card. Can I hear a hallelujah? There was a power greater than you and I that knows where the supply is for every demand. There is a power that knows the supply for every demand. And every time something happens to us or anyone or anything, the universe knows how to supply its healed condition. It already knows it. It may be a mystery to us in the moment, but it knows what to do and how to do it. Trust it. Keep your poise, which is not my forte. Just putting it out there. But I have to give it right away. God guides me, but I do the work. Before yesterday, I was watching on the plane, watching Harriet, the movie Harriet, about Harriet Tubman. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a must-see. And one of her lines, when she was arguing with someone, was, God guides me, but my feet are the ones that doing the walking. My feet are the one, or I'm the one that's doing the walking. I'm the one that's doing the work. I'm the one that's climbing the hill or the rocks and the hills. I'm the one doing the work. And that's the point. God guides us, but we have to do the work. So God is guiding us, in my mind, into a health condition. We do the work. I didn't say God is making us avoid an unhealthy condition. No, God is guiding us into health. Claim it. Stake it. When you run away from disagreeable situations, they run right after you. You know him? Or her? You know what I'm talking about? You can't run away from things. We'll deal with it head on. We'll deal with it head on. Why don't we do that? As a spiritual community, why don't we just say, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to jump into that chaos. I'm going to see a higher road, a higher vision. And when everybody wants to suck you into the conversation about the chaos, you have to make sure you stand strong in your convictions and go, you know what? I'm doing everything that I know that I'm supposed to do to stay healthy, whole, and complete. Stop the conversation with pain. Stop the conversation with pain. Say that, please. Stop the conversation with pain. And you know what I'm talking about. While God resides in the pain, when we start talking about the pain, what we're doing is actually emphasizing the pained condition, not the healed condition, not its whole condition, not the condition that's opposite of the condition that you're upset about. You're never going to walk alone. Nothing ever come uninvited into your life. Damn. I know. And did I tell you what I thought Ernest Holmes or Charles Barker, or was that my first service? First service, second service, haven't said it yet. Do you know what Raymond Charles Barker and Ernest Holmes would say about all this stuff going on? Yeah, so what? They'd go like this. They're absolutists. They're like, God's unfolding. What are you panicked about? Why are you forgetting who you are and whose you are? Why are you forgetting that? They're absolutists. They're absolute religious scientists. They're like, nope, you know what? Everything's happening and you're all drawing it in. And we really are. This is great. This is drama. This is like better than any CSI you watch on TV. But this is a real life. And we have to stop conversing with the pain. We have to know we're not alone. And we have to know that whatever's invited can be uninvited again. Can be booted. Kick it out. Last slide. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets inside of them. Moral of the story. Don't let what is happening around you get inside of you and weigh you down or tip you over. We are rolling in a sea of appearances of chaos. And the waves are large and we're surrounded by them, but who cares? I am the captain of my boat. And we decide where that goes. Keep your ship together. You stay out of my ship, I'll stay out of your ship. My answer to the F word, Charles. Keep your ship focused. This is not hard. It's only hard when we make it hard. It's only hard when we cave in to the conversations around us. Keep your ship together. So on that note, there's one last thing. I didn't make a slide out of it, but there's one thing that someone was talking about Lent and, do we celebrate or how do we look at Lent? And I found a perfect little reading that is available for you on the way out. And so what I'd like to do is, instead of focusing on all the stuff and all the chaos that's happening outside, I'm going to give us a little assignment. And I want you to take this assignment this week and see if it just kind of moves us in the right direction. All right? So let me read this to you. Do you want to fast this Lent? Fast from hurting words and instead say kind words. Fast from sadness and be filled with gratitude. Fast from anger and be filled with patience. Fast from pessimism and be filled with hope. Fast from worries and have trust in God. Fast from complaints and contemplate simplicity. Fast from pressures and be prayerful. Fast from bitterness and fill your hearts with joy. Fast from selfishness and be compassionate to others. Fast from grudges and be reconciled. Fast from words and be silent so you can listen. So I think this was written by Pope Francis. For all of you evolving Catholics. I don't say ex-Catholics, I say evolving. Let this be our focus. And Lent's what, 44 days, 40 days plus Sundays, like that, so 40 some days. So what if this were our assignment for 40 days? And what if we put the outside world in its right place? It's not that it's not happening. I'm not saying being Pollyanna and pretend it's not happening, but I have to definitely choose how I'm going to participate in it. Participation, which is choosing your consciousness, choosing my understanding and choosing my intention. Choose that and choose these. And we might just shift the needle around here. In fact, I know I'll shift the needle in my own home and in my own heart, and that's where it starts. Keep your ship together, people. See ya. Thank you. Thank you.
That's our skipper. Invite the come forward, please. Our ushers and of goodness. While they're coming forward, I have a couple of testimonies from some that are near and dear. Of course, as a collective, we participate in circulation. So in the way that we tithe on Sunday mornings, our center tithes as well to places that we receive spiritual food and nourishment. And I'd simply like to share with you what a couple of those, what our circulation, how it affects people that are near and dear to us as well. Hello, friends. Here we are, our family laboriously and excitedly settling into our new home. And along comes, month after month, an expression of generosity and support in love in the mail from some of the kindest, most supportive, and most talented people I've worked with in my life. It means more than I can say, so I'll just say thank you again. It's from Daniel Namod family. Dearest Reverend Joe, how thankful is my heart upon receiving your thoughtful tithes, so consistent for so long. Reverend Joe is you, by the way. Please understand that. My gratitude is enormous and overflows into songs and more songs in devotion to the Most High. Thank you for caring for and sharing with me. It means more than I can say, but I'll try in a song. I thank you for touching me. Ricky Byers-Beckwith. So our good goes out. People are aware of it. Isn't it great to participate in conscious community? And that's what we're up to here. So let's be about it, shall we? Look at these beautiful people up here. Thank you. What a team. Let's say our offering affirmation together. Here we go. Life's ever-flowing abundance washes over me today. I find great joy in giving graciously, knowing my blessings abound. My heart is swelling with joy and overflowing. As I give, I prosper, I thrive, and I fly. Thank you, life, for all of my good. And thank you, community, for sharing so wonderfully this morning.
All right, let's share this affirmation together. Repeat after me. I am open to receive my riches.
I am open to receive my riches.
I don't quite believe you. I am open to receive my riches.
I am open to receive my riches.
1, 2, 3. I am open to I am open to receive my riches. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive my riches. I'm open to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive all my riches. Open to receive. Open to receive. I am open to receive all my riches. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive my riches. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive my riches. I'm open to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive all my riches. You know I'm open to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive all my riches. Open to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive. Yes, I'm open to receive. Open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. I am open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. Yes, I'm open to receive. Here we go. Open to receive. Open to receive all my riches. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. Open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. Open to receive all my riches.
Hey, hey, hey. What's your name?
I'm Jared.
Jared, thank you for handling the money today. Jerry, excuse me. Thank you, Jerry, for being here. We appreciate it.
I love being here.
This is Annie, our ambassador, our abundance. What do you lead our abundance? You're the chair of our abundance committee. Yes. And more. We say more. And you're also leading a workshop. Can you just say a quick thing about that this afternoon? What's happening?
Come to the workshop, we have donuts.
Enough said. Plus, I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful workshop, too. So let's take a moment and bless this offering. Let's take a deep breath. And if you're so moved to, put your physical energy and attention in the direction of this wonderful offering, too, as we bless it and see that it is good, as it is transformed and wonderfully utilized by our collective consciousness to empower this center, thereby empowering each one of us in our lives. I know that financial good does lead us into that promised land, and we participate with it fully and realize that we are so blessed by life in this moment, each one of us, to have participated in this sacred ritual. I know that the center is blessed, individually we are blessed, and all is well. I call it good, and so it is. Amen. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Annie will take that. Get the yes. There we go. Thank you so much. Let's see. Is anybody here for the first time? Do we get to welcome anybody that's here for the first time? Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. We appreciate you being here, and ambassadors coming around. They have a gift for you. Lori here. Yep. Yeah. Welcome to this spiritual home, which is now your spiritual home, if you choose to accept. In your hand, you have a little bit of information about our community. We encourage you to share just a tiny bit of information with us on that card. Right on the other side of this wall here is our ambassador table concierge situation. I don't even know what we call it. I know pardon? The counter. The counter. That makes it so easy. Thank you, brother. The counter is on the other side of that wall. So if you turn that card in, I think it's just a name and an email address, isn't it? That's pretty painless. We'll give you some goodies. That's a deal that works right there. Who doesn't like goodies? Raise your hand if you don't like goodies. That's right, see? Go get some goodies. If you want a 1-minute miracle, that is a time of prayer with one of our practitioners. 3 of them will be over in the Om room, ready to sit with you one-on-one to pray with you. If there's something dancing on your heart, some way that Dr. Joe's words stirred you this morning, please go sit with a practitioner and receive a prayer. Yeah, a moment. Am I trying to get too flowery in my language? That's what it's 12:07. I can hear Joe's voice in my head. Don't forget to spring forward on Saturday night, okay? So we can all be here on time to worship. There's what's happening this week. We'll give you a moment to study that.
Don't forget the World Peace on Wednesday.
World Peace on Wednesday. Was that up there?
It was, but I just wanted
Oh, okay. World Peace on Wednesday. Only on Wednesday, though. Thursday? Friday? Start with one day of the week, all right? We might get this thing down. World Peace on Wednesdays, the rest of the week, chaos. Word? All right. Huh? Because I said so. Yeah. Just on Wednesdays, remember. Okay, let's take a moment as we bring our service to a close and close your eyes if you're so moved and take a deep breath and feel into that gratitude. A benediction is a prayer of gratitude. So let's feel it. Feel it right now and allow it to light you up, fire you. As we move into a week of world peace. As we see with eyes, as Eric Butterworth said, we're not here to set things right. We are here to see them rightly. This week we see with fresh eyes. We see with inspired eyes. We see with eyes of healing. We see with eyes that have reconciled this magnificent life. Our ship is in order. As we move from this place, we become a radiation station of healing and joy. Therefore, wherever we find ourselves, we're not just in it for our own good, but we become a blessing everywhere we are. We are a blessing. That world peace begins in this moment with a peaceful human being. And as we move from this place, it begins with peace at brunch, peace at home, peace with your kids, peace with your spouse, Live into it. The holy reimagined as your life. Take a deep breath. Be aware that you are blessed right now because you are alive. Don't need another reason. You're alive. In one word, I call it all good. And together we bless it by saying, so it is. Amen.